Hey, kia ora. Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Surprise in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. Welcome to Porchlight Letters podcast number 2231, Spring's Quiet Month. This is episode 2 of volume 20. I know I've been doing this 20 weeks now. Wow. So volume 20 is Seasons of the Heart. And tonight we're talking about Spring's Quiet Month. September the 9th. Oh, yeah. I got my daughter-in-law having a birthday today. I have to say, September is an interesting month. I've got a lot of birthdays in September. I also have a lot of death anniversaries in September. So it's a very up and down month. Let's see, where are we? We're on the 9th. I can cross that one off now. Let's see, Saturday was the 8 years since Gus passed. The 17th is when Bear passed. Will be, gosh, how many years? 21 years since Bear passed. Wow, it'll be 21 years since Bear passed on the 17th. The 20th will be 23 years since my grandmother passed. And of course, the 24th will be 8 years since Brad passed. But then there's a lot of joy and celebration going on in there too, because there's a lot of birthdays. I've got, let's see, a sister-in-law, 2 daughter-in-laws, nephews, grandsons. Yeah, it's a very up and down month. But there's lots of celebration to go in there that balances out the other stuff. So that's really cool. Okay, so where are we? Spring. Woohoo. Spring's quiet month. Oh, I love spring. Spring is I love all seasons because they each have different things. But the thing I love about spring is often thought as a season of blooming. Vibrant, full of life, overflowing with change, beautiful, bright colors everywhere. Especially with all the bulbs that are the flowers, the blossoms, and then you've got like the new life when you've got all the baby animals come out at that time. You know, you've got the lambs. I just thinking back to when I go back to New Zealand about going for a drive in the springtime and watching the little lambs playing around in the paddocks and things. But there are springs that arrive gently, when growth happens quietly, almost invisibly. Tonight we explore the softer side of spring, the quiet awakenings, the slow unfurlings, and the trust it takes to allow life to open on its own. What it teaches us is that growth doesn't always look loud or obvious. Sometimes it begins quietly. Yesterday we were talking about winter and about how during the wintertime there's all those bulbs that get planted in the fall, and they're busy doing their little thing there in the wintertime under the ground before they spring forth in the springtime. So it begins soft, New beginnings need patience as we ease into change. There's a lot of change coming in spring. Silence and stillness are part of transformation. Excuse me. Oh, I thought I've been doing well with the snoozy thing. Not the snoozy thing, the being more alert thing, which I am. But then my body's also going through a change too, because I am cutting back on my sugar and my carbs and increasing my protein. So we've got a battle going on inside. Now I totally lost my place. Where am I up to? Silence and stillness are part of transformation. We can trust life's timing even when progress feels slow. There are slow periods we have to go through in order to go through the fast ones. What happens when you allow yourself to grow at What happens when you allow yourself to grow at your natural pace? You release the pressure to bloom before you're ready. You honor the pauses between intention and action, and you notice the small, subtle shifts happening beneath the surface. There's a lot that goes on below the surface that we don't get to see. There is. Below the surface is magic. I feel like I need a wand. I have a quill. See, it even has a nib on the end. I have a quill. It's not the same as a wand, though. I don't really need a wand. The magic is all around us, in us and around us. And there's a lot that goes on below the surface before we're ready to burst forth. Think of something like bamboo. Bamboo, you just water it and water it and water it and water it for like, 3 to 5 years or something. And all of a sudden it just goes and will leap and go very, very tall, like almost overnight. It's been doing all this work below the ground and now it's ready to produce. Whew. Yes, very interesting things, bamboo. I like bamboo. They make good cutting boards and stuff. How we carry forward is trust your seasons. Not all transformations need to be seen to be real. Sometimes we take work below the surface that other people can't see. Protect your energy during times of quiet renewal. Dang. All of a sudden, I'm just very, very tired all of a sudden. I'm just got these yawns, stifling yawns. Create space to listen for the whispers of what's unfolding within you. Celebrate the gentle beginnings before they blossom fully. Oh, I like that. Legacy connections. By embracing quiet seasons, we model that becoming isn't about racing ahead. It's about respecting the natural pace of change and honoring the unfoldings of our hearts. And in our reflection questions for you tonight, number 1, we've got 4 for you. Where in your life are you expecting quiet growth right now? That's a hard question. I got a lot of stuff that's been simmering below the surface. It's about to bubble forth. Number 2, what small signs of change are you beginning to notice? I'm noticing changes in my body as I am reducing my sugar intake and increasing my protein intake. Actually, I'm even cutting out the refined sugars and doing more complex carbs and more, especially more protein. So I'm noticing the changes there. I'm noticing that I'm getting the withdrawal symptoms. I'm getting the tiredness is coming in as we try to balance that change. It's a very interesting place to be right now. Number 2, what? Whoa, jeepers. Wow, I might need a nap. Number 2, what small signs of change are you beginning to notice? I'm beginning to notice that my body is definitely not liking sugar being removed. It's protesting in the fact that it's making me very tired at times. And I just want to put my head down and go to sleep at times. But I get up, I start moving around. I may go take a short nap. I may go make a protein shake to give me energy to get through. Excuse me. I have not had this before. Not during a podcast anyway. Number 3, how can you give yourself more patience as you move into new chapters? It's taking it one step at a time. You know you've got the process. You may have the process in front of you. You may be aware of what you're doing, where you're going. You've got your plan. We've got stuff bubbling below the surface right now that is very exciting. We want to just race forward with it, but we are holding ourselves back to give ourselves time to adjust to what is coming. We need to be mentally prepared for what is coming. This is why you go through challenges to help you stretch and grow and become more of the person you need to be to receive what is coming. And number 4, what seeds are you planting now that will bloom later? Oh, we got a lot of seeds planting. We've been planting a whole forest. It's a coming. And with that, we are out of here. We've got our final thought being spring doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers us into becoming. And with that, we are out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling evening. And we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hey,